Hello, Eagles fans, far and wide. Welcome to Nissan In-Game Live. Ron Jaworski. I'm Michael Barkann, 17-10. Yes, your Philadelphia Eagles are leading the Miami Dolphins, but Jaws, the way the thing ended at halftime, man, that really bothered me. They just let him go down the field. Son of a gun. 2 third downs averted. They couldn't hold him.
I can only think of Denny Green right now, the former coach of the Arizona Cardinals. We let him off the hook. Let him off the hook. We had them 17-3 in a long pass situation. They converted and then get a touchdown. And now the Dolphins get the ball to start the second half. We could have put the stake in their heart, and we didn't. Now we let them hang around.
What happened, in your view? What happened to allow that? Because they were getting to Tonga Vailoa. They had just sacked him a couple of plays before for 2 yards. I thought, okay, now we're talking.
Well, you kind of get a drift of what they were trying to do with their pass game. They weren't attacking down the field. I mean, they were getting those quick drops and getting the ball out. The Eagles adjusted to that. The play that they gave up a touchdown, it was a vice coverage. It was double team on Hunt. I mean, on Hill. Too many Hunt's Hills going on right now. But I'm thinking he's okay. They're going to play the route. They're going to play the distance, and boom, he just goes right by him. And you can't make mistakes like that when you got a team that talented on the ropes. You got to knock them out. We let them hang around.
Yeah, and when you look at Jalen Hurts for the Eagles, had a heck of a first half by the numbers. I am concerned about one thing. You look at 12 of 15, 143 yards. He was sacked twice, long of 32 yards, pass rating of 128. All that's great. I noticed the limp as he was going to the sidelines. He had some kind of an altered gait, and I don't know what you made of that, but I don't like seeing it.
There was a scramble he made earlier in the game running the sideline to his left, and about the last 5 yards, he started gimping a little bit, got up, favoring that left ankle. So something happened. To what degree, I don't know, but at least he didn't miss a beat, came right back on the field. But, you don't want your quarterback taking those kinds of hits. But Jalen clearly in the first half has carried this team. They're not running the football. Jalen's been making some runs that certainly are helping, and he got away with interceptions, a holding penalty, but, he got away with interception as well.
Brian Johnson, the offensive coordinator, what did you think of his game plan? They got on the board quickly with a field goal, not what they wanted, certainly in the red zone, and then they got another touchdown after that.
Yeah, I was happy with Brian what he was doing earlier. He was running the football. We felt in this game, that would be kind of the smart way to go, have a balanced attack, and it worked to a nice 17-3 lead. But I thought Shane Desai on the defensive side of the football really did a great job. Did a great job mixing things up.
You were looking for a track meet. I don't know if you think we have one right now on our hands between these two teams, but you thought the way to win was to outscore them big time or to keep pace with their scoring. They've kept their scoring down for the most part. This team is prolific, both in yardage and in points. They've kept them down.
But I'll tell you this, Michael, when you look at the Dolphins, what happened to them in that first half, they now have their left tackle out, their starting left tackle out, their starting left guard out, and their center out. So they're not the same team pass protection-wise. So you can see that they've changed things up with how they're approaching the passing game. You're not seeing the deep drop. The ball is coming out quick because, quite honestly, our defense line is shredding them. I mean, they're getting great pressure on Tua. It forces them to throw the ball quick and not getting anything down the field. Although in good timing, the timing and rhythm of their passing game, when they get it clicking, I don't care how good your pass rush is, the ball comes out.
Was there any way on that last touchdown by Miami, was there any way that the Birds could have stopped it defensively?
Yeah, I had guys just as fast as Tyreek Hill. That's about the only way. And the very few teams, if any, have defensive backs that could run with Tyreek Hill.
Well, and then they also have Jalen Waddle out.
Who's out? That's a big loss as well.
We don't know what his status. Fletcher Cox for the Eagles was shaken up a little bit on a play. We'll see what happens with that. And just the way the Birds now have to take it in the second half. What are you looking for from that?
Yeah, I think they're probably saying at halftime in the locker room, okay, we have Merck, we want them. We didn't play our best football, but we played really good football. We took their best shot in that first half. They got one on us at the end, but I think they're going to feel very confident. They dominated most of the first half. So I think they're feeling pretty good about where they are. You'd like to see it 17-3 or more, but it isn't. It is what it is. Miami gets the ball coming out. It'll be really important incumbent upon our defense to put a stop out there.
Well, you look at net yards rushing, and the Eagles have it by 3. You look at net yards passing, 143 to 129. But the third down efficiency, Eagles 43%, and Miami is 50%, third of 6. And that's where you make your money right there. You got to stop them on third down.
It's also interesting, Mike, you mentioned how important that is. Usually if you're possessing third downs, which they did okay, it wasn't great, it wasn't bad, but they've held the ball for 20 minutes of 30 minutes of play. The Eagles have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great time possession. If they can continue to do that in the second half, I don't think Miami will get close.
I don't know if you noticed, but there were some Phillies fans in the crowd. They were singing "Dancing on My Own." Did you notice that?
I get good ears.
I heard you singing from across the room. I just wanted to make sure you heard.
Caught me.
But that's for, and you were dancing.
I wasn't dancing.
but that's for tomorrow night.
In my mind, I was dancing, Michael.
Let's hope the Eagles bring it back. They come back. And they keep that lead and extending that lead. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Barrett Brooks will have you after the third quarter. Reminder, when the clock hits 0 on NBC Sports Philadelphia, flip it right over. And we've got Eagles postgame live with Ron Jaworski, with Barrett Brooks, all the interviews and the analysis. And maybe Jaws will wear his Kelly.
I have my Kelly.
I know you do. Maybe you'll put it on.
I will wear it in celebration. Don't miss the postgame show. It is the best. We have a ball, and nobody breaks down better than we do.
You got that right. This has been Nissan In Game Live. We'll see you postgame, everybody.